It's Christmas in Atlanta, Georgia. Is this cool or what? Literally. Yeah, we have snow. Who would have guessed? That little squirrel's probably in shock. I don't know if little squirrely probably has never seen snow before. Yeah, and my baby Coo, my little kitty cat, is safe inside with me. So, Merry Christmas. This is a fun day. I'm going to put you up on your little perch here. This is where I film. And we're going to talk. I guess, see, people are actually driving in this. This is, which is unique. All right, so I want to talk today about, let me put my microphone on because it sounds a lot nicer. All right, so we have a new year coming up. I did a little, do I have black under my eyes? So I did a little thing of, bah humbug, little Christmas kind of story with you to ask you this. If you did, by the way, welcome to Landrianka on YouTube. Here to help you break through fears and live an awesome life. So I did a little story with you because I wanted you to really reflect on your life, what you came from, and what would happen if your angel visited you during the night and we looked back on your life. So I want to talk in this video about how do you make those changes. People get very excited when they have a new idea. I see it a lot with my internet training, and people get, yeah, woo, I'm going to do this, and then the reality sinks in that that's a major change in their lives, that they have to learn something new, they're going to have to put the time in, they're going to have challenges along the way, and then people quit because they gravitate toward what they know, even if they don't like what they know. So I want to share something with you because I actually went running yesterday. I had to get bundled up. Now, when I'm originally from Michigan, very, very cold up there. I wouldn't even think twice. Every day I went running, and didn't matter if it looked like this or if it was sheer ice or 20 degrees. I would bundle up and have to breathe through masks because it's not good for you to breathe that air. And people would look at me like, are you insane? And if you're a runner and you've been in those situations, you know that you run in the middle of the street because it's the only place that has a dry spot, so you're not sliding on the ice because the cars warm up the pavement. And I'd have to run down the middle of the street. Sometimes I'd run at 9, 10 o'clock at night. Who does that crazy stuff? Well, I didn't do it overnight. So, yes, you know I have a personality that loves to go out there. I thrive on doing really different things. I love it. And it's still a little scary for me too, but I sort of love that too. I sort of like the fact that I feel alive, right? You feel alive when you do different things that wake you up. So I want to talk to you about how do you make the difference? You say, okay, you get all excited, it's a new year, yay, and then why do people January 1st, those of us who work out know this. January 1st, it's packed, and we just say, just wait a couple months, they'll go away, and all of us that are always working out will still be left. And sure enough, February, March, they're gone. You could go bowling, down the center of the club. Why does this happen? Because we take ourselves mentally to that place of what we think it's going to feel like, and we want immediate results. And when there's this drastic change, it doesn't feel good. It's work, and we're not prepared for the journey to get to that final place. Everybody wants an immediate result. They want to win the lottery. I get all these people join the internet. They go, well, how long is it going to take to earn? I'm like, how long is it going to take you to learn it and implement it? Yeah, guess what? We're not going to do it for you. It's work. Just like anything else. You don't get a promotion overnight. You have to earn it. And people will go out there and work 30 years for somebody else, working their tail off so that maybe they get a pay raise or maybe they get a promotion after years. Yet when I teach them this internet training, they're ticked off because, it takes them a couple months to learn it and implement it and do these things, yet they can do in a few months what it could take them 30 years to do in a regular job, if they choose. Everything's a choice. Why are we so okay with this traditional life we're living of being unhappy, and then we go to try the new thing that we think is going to be okay, and if we don't get those results, we quit. So you go to the gym, and you start working out, and you are so sore you can't get out of bed the next day. And most of you overdo it, like you're lifting way too much, don't have the right form, so you injure yourself, and you go, see, it's not good for me, and then blah, blah, blah. You go back, and then you give up completely. There are baby steps that will help you rewire your brain and your thinking so that yesterday, even though the temperatures here dropped, we were in the 70s, we went down to the 40s, oh my God, it's so pretty out, this is crazy. I still felt better getting all the ninja gear on. I call it ninja gear, because I'm in all this black, warm stuff. It felt better to make the effort and put all that on and run out in that cold weather than it did to sit here and do nothing, because I'm wired that way now. And I got past the pain of running. So what, you don't go out and run, you walk, and then you walk longer, and then you run a little bit, and then you walk. So what did I do? I would pick a sign. I'm going to run from here to that sign. And then I'd make it to the sign and I'd go, okay, I feel okay. So I keep running. Okay, I'm going to run to that mailbox. So I run to the mailbox and I go, geez, I'm still feeling good. And then I'm going to run, and then I'll run to the corner, and you run to the corner, you go, okay, I've had enough. And then you walk a few feet and you get your breath back and you start back up again. That's how it works in everything. You give yourself the breaks, but you don't take this huge break, oh, I deserve it, and you go back and eat the Cheetos. And you undo everything, and it never changes. And you die and you go, why didn't I lose that weight? Why didn't I get healthy? And it's going to catch up with you if you don't. All of it, everything. Working the job you hate is going to give you some kind of negative physical effect. A heart palpitation, a heart attack, stress, high blood pressure, depression. It's all going to catch up with us if we don't make that change. Don't take yourself to some drastic step. Be kind to yourself, but don't quit on that pathway. Choose a kinder pathway, because you'll start to rewire, and pretty soon you'll miss going on that walk. You say, oh, I need to go on a walk. Wow, it started to feel good, fresh air. It's like before you'd hate the thought of going out in the cold to take a walk, and now it's like, in fact, I think I'm going to go today because it's snowing, and I miss actually those days when walking out in that snow. It's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. And you can do this. What is it you want? Take the baby steps. Do you need to get out of the job you're in? Do you hate where you're working? Do you hate what you do for a living? Do you hate the long hours? What are the baby steps you can take to get yourself out of that situation? You don't have to do anything drastic, but you have to find a solution. And if you're asking for the solution, you will get it. But you have to be open to it, and you have to be willing to take that action. You know I'm a big action person. So everybody wants to win the lottery. But the problem with that is, did you know, I think it's like 80-some%, almost 90% of lottery winners lose all their money, and most of them end up even more broke than they were in the first place? Worse off? They don't know how to handle it. There was no road to that. There was no journey to that. There was no appreciation of it. There's no, how do I handle this? There's no beautiful experience to that. It's just money, and that didn't solve problems. So their lives, there was no rewiring here. It's all of a sudden I got money, and they're still thinking like a poor person, or maybe they weren't poor in the first place, but they're still thinking the way they were. So build up to it. What are the next steps I need to take to get there? Okay, so I'm going to go on tour next year. I'm going to do some events. I committed to that. Oops, I guess I'm going to have to do it now. I told people, so it's now I'm going to have to commit. I committed and I put it out there. So now I'm going to have to follow through with it, right? I got the people to help me. I'm starting to write the plan. What does that course look like? What's everybody going to get? Where are we going to do it? How do I pull this whole thing together? It's going to be baby steps. If I went out tomorrow and announced to you, hey, we're going to have an event, and I walked in and I don't have a microphone. It doesn't work that way. It is the journey to that. It's getting the right people, getting the right situation, taking the action, me having to do things to get myself there. Did I put my microphone on? Yeah. And that's what needs to be done. Don't overload yourself. Cut back on the bad foods. Switch over to organic. Drink more water. I had a friend, she lost a kidney. And I said, oh my God, I can't believe you're still drinking soda. So she started cutting back. Now she doesn't drink it at all. And now she drinks water, and she looks 10 years younger. She didn't realize that water was missing, and possibly why she lost a kidney. We won't know. I'm guessing yes. Poison in your body. And now she's drinking water, and she looks better. She feels better. But she didn't go cold turkey. Now, some of you will go cold turkey, and that works with smoking or whatever you're doing. That's okay. But start to take those steps toward that change, to becoming that person you want to be, because it's like an addiction. You have to wean yourself off of whatever you're doing that you want to change. Baby steps. You have to just give yourself that break and say, I'm not going to go out there and join the gym and have a rockin' body in 30 days. And you set all these goals, and they're just not realistic because you're not that person yet. It takes transition. You're not that person yet. You will be that person. And you are that person in a reality. It exists. But the physical, dense body still has to make adjustments and rewire. The brain has to rewire and say, I don't want to eat Cheetos anymore. I don't want greasy burgers anymore. And now when you do have it, it's like, ugh. It tastes horrible. Maybe you go vegetarian. It's good for the planet, by the way. So just start to remember that there are physical things that have to take place, including the rewiring of our brain that has to do with, a lot of times mood swings, how your whole body's functioning. Your spirit has to work with that. This is still part of the physical world that we're carrying around. So you have to treat it well and not overburden it or be unrealistic about what it can and can't do. I hope this is helpful. So yesterday when I was running, I realized it felt so awesome. And when you're in the middle of that transition of doing whatever you're doing, and there'll be a day when you go, you know what? Running doesn't hurt anymore. Actually, it's a little bit challenging, but doggone, it felt good to go out there and breathe that fresh air, and there's just something about it. So I'm going to turn my camera around and share this beautiful view with you. You're whole and perfect, strong, powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. I'm so blessed to work with you. Thank you for being a part of my life and allowing me to help you in yours. So here we are, signing off in beautiful